Dozens of children across our county rolled up their sleeves today for flu shots. The big question, will they be back in just a few days for their first COVID-19 dose? Good evening and thanks for joining us tonight. I'm Steve Price.
And I'm Kirsten Holmes. Kaiser Permanente took advantage of Halloween, offering free flu shots for kids and vaccines who they encouraged to show up in costumes. Clinics were set up in Claremont, Otay Mesa, La Mesa, and San Marcos.
News 8 Steve Rena stopped by and talked to parents about what's next for their kids, what shot they'll receive.
6 months and older for the flu shots at Kaiser today. Halloween costumes and little puppies in Halloween costumes, making the kids much more comfortable.
Welcome to Spooky Saturday. Not your typical visit to a doctor or nurse. The theme was, let's have fun while we're making sure we're safe. And it seemed to be working. So lots of smiles and not much in the way of tears, despite the dreaded needle in the arm.
It hurted for I think 1 second, and then it just felt okay.
The parents coming to Kaiser's Claremont Clinic were pleased.
Yeah, we always get an annual flu shot. Yeah, we think it's really important just for us and for the kids, just to keep everybody healthy.
There are those opposed to vaccinations and to COVID vaccine. That's not the case here. Her children will get those shots too.
Both of our kids are under 5 right now, so I think we have a little while to go, but we're looking forward to that being rolled out.
Again, these clinics are only providing flu and pediatric inoculations. COVID shots are not available for youngsters yet.
That had nothing to do with COVID right now. It's flu and catch up other vaccinations. Once the COVID vaccine is approved by the CDC is when we go from there.
Which could come as early as next week.
I don't want to get sick. And I got a little one. I don't want her to get sick. I love my wife. I don't want her to get sick.
Flu shots today, COVID again whenever.
I just want to protect my family. That's all I want to do. So we're getting it, and as soon as she can, she's getting it too.
It's on Phyllis Saw's to-do list.
Yes, absolutely. We've been following the news about all the authorizations and everything. We know we're waiting for like one more thing before they're going to be rolled out to the kids. And so once we get that notice that we can make an appointment, we definitely will be.
Probably no spooky costumes when that day comes, but... Are you glad you got it?
Yes.
Something similar when COVID shots are approved for kids? Well, we'll see how it goes. Steve Fiorina, News 8.
Okay, so let's take a look at when we might start seeing the first kids get their COVID shots. On Tuesday, CDC advisors will give more detailed recommendations on which kids should get vaccinated. A final decision could come soon after that. Once that happens, Pfizer will start shipping kids-specific vaccines all across the country. Eligible kids would get 2 shots 3 weeks apart.
And tonight, county health officials are reporting 687 new cases of COVID-19. Our 7-day test positivity rate remains at 3.3%. 288 people currently hospitalized with COVID. That is an increase of 6. 82 in intensive care. That is 3 fewer than yesterday. Unfortunately, we do have some more deaths to report. 5 additional were reported. That total now 4,218. Just under 82% of all San Diegans aged 12 and older are now fully vaccinated.
And police are looking for a man who removed a GPS device and walked away from a state corrections work release facility overnight in Barrio Logan. 28-year-old Anthony Antonez is 5 feet 5 inches tall and around 175 pounds. His picture's on your screen right now. He has black hair and brown eyes. He was jailed in August to serve time for burglary and was transferred to the work release facility in October. So if you see Antonez, he's on your screen right now, please call 911.
It's been another frustrating weekend for air travelers as American Airlines now canceled hundreds of flights. The airline says severe winds at its Dallas-Fort Worth hub forced it to cancel more than 300 flights on Friday alone. Another 400 canceled today. American says most of its customers were able to be rebooked on the same day. Half of all American Airlines flights in and out of San Diego International Airport today have either been delayed or canceled. And this comes on the heel of what happened with Southwest Airlines recently.
Everybody was talking about that.
Tough time to travel.
Everybody was dealing with that too. Okay, so it was a beautiful start to the weekend, but the big question on everyone's mind, I know my mind for real, how is the weather going to hold up for tonight and tomorrow as we celebrate Halloween?
Yeah, the kids are going to be out trick-or-treating tomorrow, Sean. No pressure.
Yeah, well, I feel safe since I'm the forecaster here in San Diego. Now, tomorrow's highs are going to be about 68, 69 along the coastline, mid-70s inland. But by the time trick-or-treating gets going in the coastal strip, we're talking about a 63-degree temperature range. Maybe put a sweater underneath the costume or something like that, or a long-sleeve shirt. And if you're inland, it'll be a little bit cooler than that. But shaping up to be a very nice day tomorrow. No rain or any mist in the forecast, so looking pretty good. There's sun setting at 5:58, so if you're out driving around, keep your eyes out for the little ghouls and goblins running around. The marine layer will intensify over the next 24 hours as there is a trough to the north of us. And as far as if you're looking beyond the weekend here, we're talking about that 69 for tomorrow's daytime highs. We stay pretty much in the upper 60s, low 70s in the coastal strip. A little bit more clouds inland on Monday than we saw today or tomorrow, but then we start to warm up just a little bit on Monday and Tuesday. So we'll have a pretty nice forecast for you coming up in just a bit.
No complaints about that, Sean.
Oh,
Thanks.
we're all excited about it.
Today in Claremont Mesa, an event to help Afghan refugee families who are now calling San Diego home.
The Council on American Islamic Relations put on a legal workshop on how to fill out humanitarian parole applications and also to connect them with community resources from food to housing to jobs, all to help them put down roots in our area.
Everybody needs family reunification. They need, after they're here, they need resources, they need legal assistance, they know your rights, they need housing assistance, and most importantly, they need the community to be a welcoming community.
The council says the community response has been overwhelmingly positive. People gathered in City Heights to celebrate El Dia de los Muertos, or the Day of the Dead.
This typically begins the night of October 31st with families setting a vigil at grave sites. Very popular in Mexico, as you can imagine. News 8's Ariana Cohen joined a 14th annual event to share the history of this special holiday.
Many people are out here today to remember their loved ones. Community members say it's not a day of mourning, but rather a celebration of good times for those who have passed.
I have pictures of loved ones, from my father to friends.
Maxine Perez, along with many other people, gathered at Officer Jeremy Henwood Memorial Park in City Heights to celebrate Dia de los Muertos, or Day of the Dead.
And we paint our faces so we all blend in, so nobody's afraid of each other. And it's a beautiful, loving experience.
It's very happy, especially me as a Mexican, to celebrate my tradition and my culture.
Antonio Figueroa says this 14th annual event initially started as a class project in the 90s. His grandmother has been the lead organizer, and now he is taking the reins.
It's big shoes to fill, and one of my grandmother's missions is to interact with everyone.
The Day of the Dead can be traced back to the native peoples of central and southern Mexico. Mexican tradition holds that on November 1st and 2nd, the dead awaken to reconnect and celebrate with their living family and friends.
Dia de los Muertos is a tradition that Hispanics have where we set altars and we put photos of our loved ones who have passed, and we put things that they liked in life. So things such as drinks, as foods, as beverages, flowers.
Marigolds are very significant to this holiday. Organizers say their strong scent provides a pathway from death to life.
It is told that the marigolds are what guides the dead to the altar, to the family.
But it's been there since Aztecs roamed. I mean, they used to tribute their dead way back when, and that tradition has slowly evolved.
Along with celebrating loved ones, they also had a vaccination site.
So people can become more safe around their family and around their loved ones.
Those special loved ones that will be remembered not only today, but forever.
Dia de los Muertos has always been a highlight of the year for me. They're in a better place, and we like to celebrate the life that they had.
Organizers also say they hope this event brings people from all cultures together. I'm Ariana Cohen for News 8.
You know, that is one of those events that you really have to go to at least once if you live in San Diego.
Oh my gosh, yes.
And just go up and start talking to some of the people out there and hear the stories. It is so awesome.
Yeah, it's exciting to see different cultures being reenacted in this area. Now we're even closer.
San Diego County, they have these. By the way, before we go to break, we're the first time since you've been to Channel 8, we're sitting next to each other.
Yay!
Yes.
I've never been this close to Steve before. Let's just talk
I took
about
a shower for you. I mean, normally weekends I'm way over there. I don't bother, but today I was like, I better be all right.
All right, thank you for taking a shower.
Yeah.
You feel me? All right.